just a quick wee thing before we go into this episode, guys. The highlights for the actual games are kept very short on this one. I went dramatically over the time, and I didn't want the episode lasting 20 minutes, so sorry about that, but hopefully you still enjoy, so I'll just let you go into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Celtic Career Mode episode. Is this 20? Have we made it to 20? I don't know, I thought I've lost count, but we're here anyway for the next episode of the Career Mode. We are now in the January transfer window. We have made it to January, which means we can start signing some players if we need to. We've not got a lot of money, but there you can see there, we've just got rid of Near Baton. It looks as though we might need to get rid of Lee Griffiths, so there will be some form of money there. We need to deal with Lee Griffiths, and let's be honest, we've got to sell him. That's it. Goodbye, Lee. No more Super Lee. Lee Griffiths will probably be leaving the club, so we'll get him up for sale. But January will be a busy month because I feel like we need to make maybe one or two signings. Not so much for the first team, because right now, this team for me in the Premier League has been brilliant. And right now, we are meeting my expectations for this season. The league table, we're sitting 10th, right? I wanted to finish top half. And when you look at that, we are only 4 points away from second. We are doing brilliantly at the minute, in my opinion, so there's not much that has to be done on the transfers front of things, but maybe some depth, and maybe there is a couple of players who we can bring on us, and especially for the future. One guy who has been banged on about so many times in the comments section is Musonda. Charlie Musonda, 22 years of age, but he has just recently moved to Atletico Madrid, and for £11 million as well, so it might be difficult. But Musonda would be a brilliant replacement. I know he's a right mid in this game, but he can play in the left wing. He would be a great replacement for Scott Sinclair as he ages in this career mode. So we'll see, maybe. But a couple of things to do and a couple of games to play in this episode. And I'll get to showing you those games in a minute. But as I said a moment ago, one thing we have to do is we have to list Lee Griffiths for sale. Lee Griffiths wants to leave the club, and it might make you sad. You might not want to see him go. But I'm struggling to find the right place in the menu here, I'm sorry. But he's got to go. He's not happy. The board are asking me to sell him now. There's only one option we've got, and that is to let him go. So we're going to add him to the transfer list, and we'll see if anything can be brought in for Lee Griffiths. As for today's episode, games-wise, I am going to be doing another, as you can tell, there's no webcam, so it's going to be another just over-the-top commentary video, not live commentary. We've not got massive games in today's episode. Two of them are actually cup games. We've got West Ham at home, we've then got Leicester at home, so two home Premier League games. We then have a home FA Cup game against Leicester, so Leicester 2 games in a row, and then we have the first leg of the semi-finals of the League Cup. Now, I will be simming that because we've got 2 legs, so we should be okay. I don't see us getting absolutely destroyed, so that will be simmed, and we will play the second leg, just so we can play one of these league games, as that is very important, and so we can play our first match in the FA Cup. So a big episode today, and we'll see how it goes down. Right, the first game is going to be against West Ham. We're actually going to play it. We're going to play the West Ham game because there's no point playing Leicester twice in a row. Let's let you see something else. Timothy Fosu-Mensah, who we were interested in earlier in the save, might be off to Frankfurt. £10 million accepted there. So someone who we could easily go back in for, but we're not going to. Also, Andrew Robertson is fit again, which means we can get him right back into the team, which is good, because the last episode obviously wasn't a great episode, and I'm not going to lie, I feel like the absence of Andy Robertson had a big say in that, had a big thing to do with it. So Robertson's back in the team, which is good to see, and we are ready to go in and play West Ham. That's basically the team we're going to play. We might rest Robertson again, but who knows. This is the team we're playing though. We are back at Parkhead.
Celtic against West Ham United.
So, match number 1. It's the first time that we've actually played a home game in a while, I'm sure. I cannot remember playing a home game. But the West Ham team was looking quite strong. Adrian, Rafael Ogbonna, Marcano and Gulam were the defensive side. Strootman and Obiang in the middle of the park. In front of them was Christian Pulisic, Lanzini and Arnautovic, who looked a monster there. And Mikel Antonio, whatever. But that was their lineup. They had a very strong team. And it was not going to be easy to play them. 7 minutes in, we had the first really good chance of the game, as you'll see here. We worked a fantastic shot off, but a fantastic save was made from Adrian. As I said, West Ham, very tough opponents, especially with players like Strootman. Lovely ball from him. Lanzini plays a little pass in. Antonio finds a pass for Arnautovic. Defender is sent to the shops, and bang. Marco Mauro Arnautovic, whatever his fucking name is, whatever. He done us. He sent the defender to the shops and he made it 1-0 West Ham 32 minutes into the game, which left us in a position of trying to find our way back. And I tried to do that as quickly as possible. You see here, James Forrest loses the ball, but Davies does a fantastic job intercepting, as he usually does. Dembele through for Sinclair. Sinclair sees the keeper, stares him in the eye, bang, posted in. And right away, straight from kickoff, we are back in the game. It is 1-1. And we are drawing with West Ham after going down 1-0. I was very happy with that response, a very good response from us. And at that point, Scott Sinclair hit us right back into the mix. It's a lovely wee pass from Dembele for Sinclair, and Sinclair has a lovely wee driven finish as well into the back of the net. It hits the post in the way there, but it is a lovely wee finish, and Raphael had no chance of getting to it, neither did Adrian, and that made the scoreline, as I said, 1-1. Sinclair scoring what is 5th of the league season, so not too bad for Scott Sinclair. Second half, 72 minutes into the game, it's still 1-1. We were by far the better team controlling the game, as you'll see from this play. Very controlling with the ball, very good passing here, and Dembele, just a dink of a shot. It's fantastic from Moussa Dembele, and he is on fire in the Premier League, setting the Premier League alight, just like he done with the Championship, just like he done with the SPL. Fantastic stuff, or the Premiership as it's called now. Fantastic stuff from Moussa Dembele, putting us up 2-1, a fantastic position to be in against West Ham, who are no easy team to play in FIFA, no Premier League team is, but a lovely, lovely finish after some lovely passing movement from us, and that was Dembele's 11th of the season, top scorer in the Premier League, of course, fantastic player, but we want to be finished there. But neither West Ham want to get themselves back into the game, and almost done so here. Look at this, Chicharito 1-on-1, but a fantastic, one of the best saves of the season, you will see, from Jordan Pickford, leading to a West Ham corner. West Ham trying to get their way back into the game. We need to get it away here, we do. Siminovic manages to get it to Dembele. Dembele gives it to Stuart Armstrong. He's got Sinclair alongside him. He gives it to Sinclair. Sinclair, Armstrong, Dembele, the front three forward. Armstrong slips it for Dembele. Dembele's away 1-on-1, and he's never going to miss that. Never in a million years is he going to miss that. And Moussa Dembele bags his second of the game, and surely the winner in the game. 3-1 in the 89th minute. There was no way back for West Ham. Some fantastic football being played by us, and we were so much the more dominant team. Obviously I'm not showing you all the highlights, but if I could, you'll see how dominant we were in this game, how well we played, and 3-1 was a well deserved scoreline, to say the least. And talking about that, there was the final whistle. It did finish 3-1 to us after going down 1-0. Extremely proud of how we fought back to score 3 goals, and a fantastic performance from the lads. A very decent result there. A very decent result. We got the win against West Ham quite convincingly, 3-1, after going down 1-0, which leaves us 8th heading into this game against Leicester. We're now going to sim this, and we'll play the FA Cup game after this. Obviously, we want to get further in the FA Cup, what we did last year. Last year, we only got to that round. We played Arsenal, and they knocked us out. So today, a wee bit of a rotation is maybe called for, which is risky, but I don't know. No, do what we're going to send out this team, and a lot of players are going to be tired, but it's what we're going to do. And at the end of the day, it's one of the only options we've got. So we're playing Leicester now in the league, hoping for another 3 points. A draw wouldn't be that great either, because we've drew so much. We drew 3 games in the last episode alone, so a win does seem necessary, as it looks as though we're coming up to half time with no goal. Oh jeez, I spoke too soon. Leicester 1, Celtic 0. The team is tired, but Dembele gets his 3rd goal in 2 games. He is on fire at the minute. 1-1. Can someone push for a winner? No. Oh no. No. That is not the winner that I wanted to see. Right, I guess the only thing we can do now is get revenge against them in the cup. That's a poor result. Very poor result. Well, this is interesting. £8.2 million has been offered to us for Olivier and Cham. I'm not going to accept it, but I did not expect to see a transfer offer coming in. I also didn't expect to see its value being at £8 million. So That's not. It wasn't a bad offer, to be fair to them, but I'm just not accepting it. The only player right now that is up for sale, the only player I'm interested in selling, is Lee Griffiths, which is a shame. But obviously, as I've said, it leaves us in a position where we basically have to, sell him. To the way it's went. So, third game of the episode is about to be played. Not much happened in the transfer scene at the minute, but don't have the money to go in for Masonda quite yet. But we have now got the cup game against Leicester, our first FA Cup game of the season. If we quickly check the league tables as well, just before we go into this, to see where we are in the Prem, we are back down to 10 for fifth loss of the season has took us there. But once again, I just want to reiterate, we're not far away from even pushing on to third place or such. So not anything to worry about. Right now, it's the draws that have been costing us. I suppose are better than losses. They have been costing us. But it's time to go into the FA Cup game where I think we'll have to rotate just a wee bit. A lot of changes then have been made to the team. Pickford remains in goals, but the back four we have Holden at the right back position with Upamecano and I in the centre half positions and Tierney out left. The centre mids will be in Cham and Davis. Davis has been too good to drop. He is the rock of this team. He is the anchor man of the team. James Forrest comes in at the right. Diaz in the middle, if it will get me go to the right place. Sinclair stays in the left. And Odzoni Edouard has been given a rare start up top. So a very much rotated team, but a team that still should be winning. As we know, FA Cup, here we go. Second time to play Leicester in the space of 1 week. Losing to them at the same place, at home to them in the league the week earlier, so obviously a much better result was needed. 15 minutes into the game, and Leicester were the first team to get a good chance going. It wasn't a brilliant shot, but it was the first sort of dangerous movement from any team in the game. 18 minutes into the game, we play a lovely through ball for Odzoni Edouard, through to get a goal. It's rare for him to play, and it's rare for him to score, but he doesn't disappoint there. And 19 minutes into the game, Odzoni Edouard has us up 1-0 against Leicester. A fantastic position to be in, considering we know they're good enough to beat us as they've done the week prior. And there we go, 1-0 up. Odzoni Edouard using his pace to get in front of the Leicester defender there, and a nice wee finish, easily done. He's not going to mess it up, and if he did mess it up then he wouldn't have a future in the team. But hopefully we'll see a little bit more of Odzoni Edouard moving forward in the career. Leicester trying to fire their way back into the game, and Kieran Tierney, poor from KT63. And Vardy stepping up to take the penalty, and bang, guessed the wrong way. He went the right way, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying when you concede stuff like that, and you can see the penalty is so poor, so lenient. But Jamie Vardy was never going to miss the penalty, and he had Leicester back into the game, moving into the second half. 84th minute, and Dembele, as nice as you like to get by the defence, look at this, he's got to score. No, maybe we shouldn't have taken off Odzoni Edouard, as that's how it finished. Rob Holding, close, but not close enough. That was it. A replay will have to be played, of course, now for the FA Cup, which is quite gutting to an extent, because obviously you just want to get it done. You want to just avoid playing too many games. If you look over to the right of the screen, Barcelona are keen on signing Tierney. Barcelona want Kieran Tierney. I can confirm they will not be getting them. We've been offered the USA job. I will not be taking that. We've also been offered the Scotland job, which... did we not take? Were we not Scotland manager already at some point? I don't know. We've got a transfer offer for Johnny Hayes right now. He is our only man at the back as a backup for Sinclair. So we're going to have to turn it down right now, because we can't afford to lose him at the minute. Scotland performance review. What's this? They want me to renew my contract. I knew I was Scotland manager, right? So they want me to renew it. We'll renew it for another year, I suppose. Although it doesn't concern me that much. And West Brom have bidded for Lee Griffiths. Now, if we sell Lee Griffiths now, that means in the next episode, maybe we move in for Masonda, maybe somebody else. Let me know who you think. But Masonda seems to be the lead candidate to sign. We'll end this episode now with the first leg of the League Cup semi-final. Of course, we're pushing to get to that final, win our first trophy of the series in the Carabao or the League Cup. And we win 1-0. Dembele scores 1-0. Not the greatest of results, but a win's a win, and we didn't concede an away goal. So do you know what? I'll take it for now. It'll do. I'm not going to complain. Anyway, that about does it for this episode of the Celtic Career. Next one's a big one. Man United, Tottenham, Crystal Palace. Big episode. Make sure you come along to it. And I'll see you then. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.